warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am NABILATUL BINTI KAMARUDDin, and these are my teammates, SITI AMAN, and another one is Sister HUDA WAJDI. So we are from Group 1 and would like to present our essay to the topic of cosmetic animal testing, improve cosmetic field. So for the introduction, I would like to enlighten all of you with some background information regarding this topic. As we know, animal testing is a very controversial matter, but the media coverage regarding this topic is very minimal and about the conducting and the benefits behind animal testing. Hence, our writing would like to enlighten all of you and to tell the truth behind the conduction and also the benefits of animal testing. So we believe that animal testing helps improve cosmetic field because it is the most accurate skin replica, and it's also conducted with human method, and most importantly, the subjects are purposely bred for animal testing. So before we begin with animal testing main point, I would like to all of you to know what does cosmetic field produce. It is our daily product, which is deodorant, soap, shampoo, toothpaste, and what most importantly is not exclusively only for makeup. So the first point of why animal testing is important, because the most accurate human skin replica. It allows full skin experiment, which gives researchers the data of absorption, erosion, and more important feedback of the product. The second one, that is animal health condition, is almost similar to human, as we know that animals also have diseases such as diabetes, autoimmune, eczema, and many more. And last but not least, the fifth argument is hypoallergenic reaction to human health. It is important for the researcher to know allergen and toxic products, which could decrease human health and also bring consumers that have high allergic reaction to the brink of death. So that's why animal testing is important. Now I will pass the presentation to our second presenter, Sister Siti Nuraini.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nuraini binti Aman, and I will present for the second argument. Okay. So, another reason why animal testing should be allowed in cosmetic field is because the researchers perform the experiment based on guideline and principle implemented by the higher authorities. So the guideline is crucial because we are dealing with living things, and it is considered as dreadful if they do the experiment without considering the animal's welfare. So, what exactly is this guideline and how does it work? So the guideline, called the 3Rs principle, founded by Russell and Birch in 1959, and it comprises of 3 principles, which are replacement, reduction, and refinement. Okay. For the first principle, which is replacement, Russell and Birch claim that the experiment is not actually replacing the animals with non-animal subject, but instead they use animals that are unconscious to the surrounding, so that the subjects will not feel any pain and distress. And for the second principle, which is reduction, where the researchers are applying the same numbers of animals from the beginning of the experiment until the end, without adding any more animals into the test. This is because it is unnecessary to perform the experiment by using high number of animals. And for the last principle, which is refinement, it is actually mean that it is to minimize the procedures performed on the subjects, as well as improving the animals' well-being, including their foods and drinks, and also their housing. So this is important because they want to keep the animals feel safe and secure. So hence the animal testing can give more contribution in cosmetic field because of the improvement of procedures and also the legislation. So that's for the second argument. I'll pass the presentation to the next speaker.
So for the third point is, subjects for animal testing are purposely bred for the experiment, and we are not using the wild animals. This is because we use different types of animals that genetically close to the human and are monitored using the quality assurance control and the top razor is in the control to control their quantity and to make sure that they are the very best quality physical health possible. So from the beginning, I always mention that purpose breed kan. So what is the purpose breed animals? So purpose breed animal is actually those animal that we bred and raised in the controlled condition and environment for the specific use, as in our case, cosmetic field. So as I mentioned earlier, totally different animals are used for different types of experiment, such as rabbits, mice, rats, primates, and even vertebrates. So you know that mice and rats are different, right?
Yes.
So we as a group want to conclude that animal testing is demanded to ensure that the well-being of a product. But animal testing in cosmetic industry has been faced unfair perspective to the medical industry. So I want to ask, when you open your media social, do you notice that there's so many posters or comments about to boycott about the animal testing?
Yeah.
So animal testing on the cosmetic field only. But is there any poster on animal testing to the medical field? Is there? No, right? So you see the unfairness in there. So if you want to really boycott something, why not just boycott on both sides, right? So, and some media often mislead the consumer with the exaggerated info about the animal testing. So I want to say that in the Islamic view, it is permissible to do the animal testing as long as you do it with a good intention. So my last word is, if you still wonder whether to support or to boycott the animal testing, why don't you ask yourself? Which is better, animal testing or human testing, or we test it on you instead?